Good day and welcome. You're watching Sint Maarten News Desk, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, Sint Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Prime Minister calls for community support. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Luc Mercelina is calling on the entire community to support students as Sint Maarten begins a new academic year. Mercelina says education is a shared responsibility that extends beyond the classroom, urging parents, teachers, school staff, and motorists to play their part in creating a safe and supportive environment for children. He encouraged students to approach the school year with confidence, discipline, and curiosity, reminding them that a difficult subject, mistake, or disappointment result should not define their future. The Prime Minister also praised teachers, school managers, counselors, bus drivers, security officers, and other education workers for their contributions. He urged parents to remain involved, establish routines, and maintain communication with schools. Motorists are also being asked to slow down and exercise extra caution around schools and school buses as traffic increases. Mercelina says every child deserves to arrive safely at school and knows that someone believes in their potential. Police seek owner of recovered outboard motor. Corps Politie Sint Maarten KPSM is asking the public to help identify the owner of a confiscated outboard motor. Police say the motor was recovered during a recent search, and anyone who has recently reported an outboard motor stolen is being asked to come forward. Potential owners should visit the police station in Philipsburg and provide documentation proving ownership. This could include a police report, purchase documents, photographs, the motor's serial number, or other identifying information. The recovery is part of a cleanup effort behind the police station aimed at removing unnecessary items and reducing potential hazards as Sint Maarten approaches the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. KPSM also reports that approximately 60 scooters were removed and disposed of last week. The cleanup will continue in the coming days as police work to keep the area safe and better prepared for severe weather. Windward Island Bank upgrades playground at Raoul Illidge. Windward Island's bank, WIB, is supporting an upgrade to the playground at the Raoul Illidge Sports Complex as part of its corporate social responsibility efforts. The project was developed through discussions between WIB and the National Sports Institute, or NSI, and the goal of investing in children, families, and healthier communities. Phase 1 includes the installation of new playground equipment designed to provide younger children with a safer and more engaging space to play and develop physical and social skills. A soft handover was held with reps of the Windward Island Bank, Maduran Korea's Bank, and the National Sports Institute, where President and CEO Quentin Fry says children deserve safe, accessible spaces to play, learn, and grow. NSI Director Jess Goslinger says the new equipment will help children develop coordination, confidence, problem solving, and social skills through play. WIB says it will explore supporting a second phase, including shade structures and additional finishing improvements. Shout out to WIB.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 Sint Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in Sint Maarten, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with a Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, Sint Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
Youth, your voice matters. If you're between 13 and 24, this is your chance to shape the future.
Take the Department of Youth's quick 5 to 7 minute survey and share what matters most to you. Your feedback will help guide programs and policies that make a real difference.
Scan the QR code and take the survey today. Your voice, our future. Together for Sint Maarten.
Touched by breast cancer.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
USM welcomes students and updates academic. The University of St. Maarten is welcoming students back for the fall 2026 semester while also announcing updates to its Caribbean Foundation Year, or CFY, academic track. USM welcomed new students during an orientation on August 14th, with returning students also beginning classes this week. The fall semester runs through December 5th. The university says the CFY academic track will begin October 1st and run through June 2027, with all academic track classes taking place in person at the USM campus. The program is designed to help students transition from secondary school to higher education and is open to eligible students between the ages of 16 and 23. The application deadline has been extended to August 28th, with placement assessment scheduled for September 2nd and 3rd. USM also welcomed faculty members ahead of the new semester, including alumni who have returned as lecturers, bringing professional experience back to the university where they once studied. Pink Sunset Sale returns October 3rd. Aquamania Adventures is preparing for the 11th annual Pink Sunset Sale, taking place Saturday, October 3rd, to raise breast cancer awareness and support local organizations. The event begins with a pink mixer at 3 p.m. at the Marina at Simpson Bay Resort, featuring steel pan music, snacks, drinks, and a best dressed contest. Guests will then board the Lambada, Tango, and Golden Eagle catamarans for a sunset cruise along the island's coastline from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Tickets cost $50 and include a pink anniversary t-shirt, open bar, snacks, and the sunset sail. Proceeds from the ticket sales, along with all raffle ticket purchases, will benefit the Positive Foundation and Electrolytes Foundation. Organizers say the event promotes breast cancer awareness, regular screenings, and early detection, while also helping provide education and support to women affected by the disease. Tickets are available online through St. Maarten Activities. FREEGAN headquarters reopens August 20th. FREEGAN headquarters is reopening Thursday, August 20th, following a 2-week break, with its regular community services returning. The FREEGAN food market would once again be available to families enrolled in the program, allowing them to select groceries based on their household needs. The thrift store will also reopen with affordable pre-owned items, while FREEGAN meals will again be available from the freezer. Community coaching services are also resuming, including Spanish language coaching on Saturday mornings. FREEGAN is also appealing to supermarkets across St. Maarten to donate edible surplus food rather than throwing it away. The foundation says surplus fruits, vegetables, bread, and other groceries can help families facing financial challenges while also reducing food waste. Supermarkets or businesses with surplus food to donate can contact FREEGAN by WhatsApp at +1 721 580 7174. The foundation says its message remains simple. Sharing is caring, and good food should feed people rather than become more waste.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the St. Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the NEWSDESK Community Billboard.
heavy sweating, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea, a fast heartbeat, maybe signs of heat exhaustion. Move the person to a cool or shaded area, loosen clothing, and help them cool down. Confusion, fainting, seizures, or very hot skin may signal heat stroke. Call emergency services immediately. Know the warning signs and act quickly. A message from Collective Prevention Services within the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development, and Labor.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Youth, your voice matters. If you're between 13 and 24, this is your chance to shape the future.
Take the Department of Youth's quick 5 to 7 minute survey and share what matters most to you. Your feedback will help guide programs and policies that make a real difference.
Scan the QR code and take the survey today. Your voice, our future. Together for Sint Maarten.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
1SXM wishes students success in the new school year. 1SXM extends its best wishes to all students in Sint Maarten region and further afield as they begin a new school year. Education is fundamental to the advancement of our people. Through education, we equip our young people with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to contribute to their communities and shape their own future. Across Sint Maarten and throughout the Caribbean, young people represent the future of our communities and the future of our society. Their success is therefore not only a personal achievement, but an investment in the future of our people and our region. Education must also respond to the needs and realities of our region. We must encourage our young people to develop the skills, knowledge, and critical thinking needed to address the challenges facing our communities and to build a stronger, more self-reliant Caribbean. As a people, we must support the education of our people. Schools play an important role, but this responsibility extends further. For Sint Maarten and the wider Caribbean, education must help build the capacity necessary for greater unity, self-determination, dignity, and sovereignty. 1SXM wishes all students a safe, successful, and productive school year. One people, one nation, one Sint Maarten.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on Sint Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
How much of the past continues to shape the present? That question is the center of a public dialogue in Sint Maarten, examining not only the island's organizers say are its continuing effects on society, the economy, politics, and identity. The Sint Maarten Institute for Public Policy Studies, or SIPS, hosted the discussion on August 12th at the Phillipsburg Mutual Improvement Association Hall, bringing together community members, political leaders, historians, and perhaps most importantly, young people. The event attracted a full house with Prime Minister Dr. Luc Mercelina among those attending, while more than 1,500 people followed the discussion online. The dialogue focused on the argument that the consequences of colonial enslavement did not simply disappear with emancipation. According to SIPS, aspects of that history remain reflected in present-day social, economic, and political structures. SIPS President Dr. Julio R. Romney identified three interconnected areas of impact. The first is social and cultural, what he described as a fractured social structure, cultural dilution, and fragmented personal identity. The second is economic, including structural poverty and unequal opportunities for economic advancement. And the third concerns political development, which SIPS says was shaped by colonial governance and patterns of political dominance that continue to influence governance culture today. But perhaps one of the strongest messages of the evening came from the island's youth. Secondary school students from Sint Maarten Academy, Learning Unlimited Preparatory School, Methodist Agogic Center Comprehensive Secondary Education, Milton Peters College, and the Sint Maarten Youth Council Association presented their own perspective on the island's history of what they described as Dutch colonial chattel enslavement. The students argued that greater effort is needed to raise awareness of this history and preserve it for future generations. Historian and cultural anthropologist Beverly Richardson also contributed to the discussion, examining Sint Maarten's experience under colonial enslavement and helping place the local story within its broader historical context. For Sint Maarten, the discussion raises a question that extends beyond commemoration. What should be done with the knowledge of that history? Understanding the legacy of enslavement can provide context for contemporary inequalities, but it can also create an opportunity to examine how institutions, education, economic opportunity, cultural preservation, and political participation can be strengthened. SIPS says that question will be central to the conclusion of its awareness campaign on August 27th at 7 p.m. at the Belair Community Center. The closing event will recognize the participating students for their position papers and reflect on the August 12th dialogue. SIPS also plans to present a conceptual framework for what it describes as a possible pathway toward reparatory justice grounded in the principle of self-reliance. The program will also include emancipation enactments and dance. Ultimately, the conversation about Sint Maarten's history is also a conversation about its future. For a new generation, understanding where the island came from may be essential to deciding where it goes next. Transforming historical awareness from simply remembering the past into strengthening identity, opportunity, and self-determination in the present.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, Sint Maarten.